Light, the seekers and sojourners of truth, the 144, chosen of the chosen few, you know who you are. I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to you live from nowhere other than 5D, the 5D New Earth consciousness, the true timeline within the timelines of all timelines that we're in, the true time reality that is being opened up and exposed right now here in this beautiful land, still in my ancestral land of Jamaica. It's raining. It just finished pouring down, and I was just getting those rain codes, those light codes. Happy 11/11 portal, and this is one of the major portals. So I wanted to come on while I get a chance to, because there's so much coming through with the rain codes. There's a lot being said of things being flushed out, and that's what we have to allow the rain to do, to flush out where we have energy centers that are blocked. When the rain pours, it's kind of like a river that has blocked up, you know, things that fell into the river, trees, leaves that fell off of the trees and block up the river. But when the rain pours, it clears it out. And so this is giving us the opportunity to clear it out. We are in that time point in our life. There's this turning point. This is a major turning point. This 11/11 portal is also like a precursor to what is to come, right? This is a major turning point when Pluto leaves Capricorn. You've been hearing me talk about it. We're on the countdown. This is a major turning point that is saying it's time to turn over. So this call right here, what I'm actually speaking to you on, this is also a call out. One of those turn the I'm turning the beacon of the light. What do you call it again? The lighthouse. I'm turning the light in the lighthouse for those who can see, right? For those especially who are already in our community, in the Starseed community. This is an important time that I'm calling, that I'm offering as Spirit has put it on me to do a 7-day workshop. I don't normally do it. The next workshop is not till December, but because this is put on me and I'm going, as I speak to you, you're going to understand why. With this 11/11 portal, it's activating so much in this turnover, and I'll share with you the download that I got of what's actually happening. And it has to do with the upcoming big event, the major shift from Pluto in Capricorn into Aquarius. This is the last time. These stretch, these few months that we have, that it has dipped back in Capricorn, has been the last call. The last call, as I always say, this is the last call for alcohol. It's like that's what the energies are saying, the frequencies are saying. And this is bigger and deeper than we understand and know. This is lifetime upon lifetime. Some of us are here particularly for this turning point in our timeline in this lifetime to undo so much in our past lives, in our soul code, in our karma trauma. We're being called to remove the trauma and the karma in our souls. And this is the opportunity, because this is not going to happen again. We will never see Pluto in Capricorn again. I need a lot of us to understand the seriousness of it. I don't care what age you are, because I'm even speaking to my children about it. This is a turning point where you have the opportunity, in this window of opportunity, to clear the things that need to be cleared. Not what you want to clear, not what is convenient for you to clear, not what you choose to pick and clear, but what needs to be clear that your spirit chose. Those of you who know you are truly star seeds. Yes, DNA upgrade. This is a DNA upgrade. This is a soul ascension. Today, some of you may actually feel some ascension symptoms, and I'm telling you that is because of resistance that you have in your soul. It will be because of where you have not worked on certain things. So pay attention to where you are feeling that resistance in your body. It could be in your head, in your neck, wherever you're feeling that resistance, that tightening. And pay attention to what side of the body it is on. If it is the right side, it is the masculine energy. It is about giving. If it is the left side, it is about the feminine energy. It is about receiving. So what are you giving? What and how are you giving? What and how are you receiving? Right? And so there is so much going on when I say this is a big deal, and I've been saying it for a while. Those of you who've been paying attention to the videos, I've always been speaking about Pluto in Capricorn, and this is the last hurrah in Capricorn. It is giving us an opportunity to remove these malfunctions within the earth of the old paradigm, the powers that were that are falling down. It is giving you an opportunity to get empowered in your earth, in your life, world, and affairs to restructure. So look into your chart as well. This is important to look at your natal chart to see how it pertains to you and to what degree and to what importance is depending upon how it shows up in your chart as well. This is big deal for everyone, right? But especially if look at where you have Capricorn in your chart, right? And look at where Saturn is in your chart and in which house, because Saturn rules Capricorn. So wherever that is, it also affects it, right? Now, I don't have any Capricorn in my chart, but it is still very effective to me based on my Saturn placement, right? So wherever you got to look, wherever you have anything in Capricorn in your chart, that part of your life is being affected, has been affected since 2008 when Pluto entered into Capricorn. So this is a major breakdown. I'm going to speak some more on this, but I feel very pulled to speak on this as it pertains to 1111 portal, because the 1111 portal is the window, it's the doorway. As you can see, the 11 looks like a pillars, or it can be a doorway, and you're going from one doorway to the next. You're going through you're portaling through, right? And this 1111 is, for those who know, you may, especially if you've been seeing 1111 pop up all around you on your clock, wherever it is in your dreams. 1111 is spiritual awakening. There are major changes happening. And this is a major portal that's highlighting that what we're stepping into, what we're coming through. And the 11 is, it's a spiritual awakening, and it's a master number. 11 is a master number, like 22 and 30. These are master numbers, right? Because the one in itself means new beginning. So it's like this double up of new beginnings. It's a spiritual awakening type of new beginning. So those of you who've been pulled into your spirit, this is a moment where, while the veils are even this thin, it's almost like the veils thin out a little bit more for you to have true communication with this spiritual awakening, for you to get true guidance from your spiritual guides, from within, from your higher self, from your multidimensional selves of self, is to guide you in the way in which you must go. You chose a path. We chose a path. And so this is really important. A lot of people are not seeing into this the way they should, but this is not to be taken lightly, right? These are codes that we're being given to remove, and I do mean remove, to give us the opportunity to move the boulders out of the way. This is how I see this as being very important. It's the simplest way that I could explain this. It is like these energies, for those who understand the cosmos, these cosmic energies, they support us, right? They guide us, they support us. And so when they are there, we need to take advantage of the opportunity that is giving us the support. So Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto is about going really, really deep, and it's giving us the support to get rid of what we need to get rid of, to turn over in the ways that we need to turn over, right? To remove certain values that we have in the earth, right? Radical change. That's with the Uranus in Taurus, right? So these are earth signs as well. The earth signs are all activated right now, as Pluto is getting the big, as Capricorn is getting the big shake and quake, right? All the earth is shaking and quaking. And as I mentioned yesterday, I literally felt 2 tremors. And as I mentioned that, what comes up, and I have it written in my downloads too, so you may hear me mention it again. But what comes up is that this is echoing what has happened in May when we had the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, as well as later on when we had the Mars and the Uranus conjunction. Both of those were like shaking up. They were like earthquaking, right? Because it was done in the Taurus sign. So this right now, this shift from Pluto into Capricorn is also echoing um, those major conjunctions in the earth sign of Taurus. And they're affecting each other because they're both earth signs, right? Um, so this is something that is really expanding us into the next level of our 5D expansion. This is especially for those who are understanding 5D. Pluto entering finally into Aquarius is now entering into the new age, the age of Aquarius, the Aquarian age. We are already in it. We are already in 5D. We are already in the Aquarian age. This Pluto entering into Aquarius is like a thrust into this age. It's a new level, it's a new step into this age, inviting us even deeper into this Aquarian age and even deeper into expanding our consciousness into the 5D consciousness. So, for those who are really stepping into doing the work, this is for those who are truly, truly ready to turn over. This is the message that I was getting today. And this is what I offer and extend to those who are truly serious. I will be doing to help guide us into this more because we're going to need, there's some steps, there's some deeper work for those who are really serious. And it's going to involve us working with two energy centers at a time while transmuting with the full moon. Because the way that the full moon aligns this time, for those of you who have the calendars, you'll look and see it aligns a certain way with the days. If you look at the days that start from the days of the week, look at the color code from the days of the week, and the week usually starts with a crown chakra day. And that is usually on Tuesday. Tuesday begins our week on the 5D calendar. So if you look at that, that means tomorrow. And tomorrow also begins the full moon transmutation starting at the root chakra. So what does that mean? Is that while we're working on the root chakra, it also aligns with the crown. And this is every step of the way. All 7 days, there's going to be an alignment with these energy centers that work hand in hand, because the root and the crown work hand in hand, being that they are both about connectivity to the earth, connectivity to the universe. And then the next day will be a third eye day according to the calendar, but as we are working the full moon, it will be a sacral chakra day. And the sacral and the third eye work hand in hand as well. So we are going to have this opportunity to work these energy centers and work them hand in hand together, like intertwining them together. It's almost going to be like a power couple, so to speak, in the way that we'll be working them. And I don't believe I've worked them like this before in a workshop, but this is how it's being shown to me. This is not a regular workshop. The next one is not available until December. But I'm saying this for those who it may be for. If you feel a turning over in you and you know that you know that you know it is time for the next phase, and you would like to do what it takes to help catapult you through that. And I'm talking to serious ones, right? I'm not talking to people who are, I think I'm ready. I've been trying. I'm not talking to triers. I'm not talking to liars. No offense. But if you're trying, you're lying, right? Because you're not simply doing. Although it may seem difficult, and I've said this before, it's not really difficult if you choose to do the simple thing, which is choosing to release and let go. So if you're not ready to let go of your devices, this is not for you. This is for those who are ready for radical change, because what's also being activated with this full moon is Uranus in Taurus. And those of you who have your natal Uranus in Taurus or in any aspects of Taurus, this is really working with you. So any aspects, meaning if your Uranus is in Taurus, Scorpio, what are the other ones? Leo and Aquarius. Those would be the, the cross. I call them the grand cross. There you go. The grand cross between Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. That's the grand fixed cross. Um, then it is really working with you, and especially if you have it in Scorpio, because we're in the Scorpio. It's working tightly, more tightly with you if you have your Uranus in Taurus or in Scorpio, because this full moon is going to be a full moon in Taurus, that we are also in the season or in the house or in the month of Sekhmet, which is Scorpio. Sekhmet, for those of you who have the 5D calendar, you'll know that you'll look and see we're in the month of Sekhmet, right? So this is a DNA upgrade, as Tyrone was saying. This is a soul ascension. This is a turning over in your soul, and I'm talking about for lifetimes, y'all. This is how serious this is. Some of you have been coming here lifetime after lifetime. I have not been able to remove the soot off of your soul. This is really that opportunity that you have taken in this lifetime to be here at this moment where the stars align in a way where Pluto is moving out of Capricorn, as well as Neptune moving out of Pisces. The outer planets are all in their final stages, which means major shifts in your soul's completion. Neptune is having a full completion, right? And so I'm saying this for those who are really the chosen of the chosen of the chosen few, that are making radical changes, because this is who I'm being guided to help. If you are ready, really ready and willing light warriors, I'm not even talking about regular light workers, I'm talking about light warriors that have already made radical changes in your soul. You see that you have no longer, your views have changed. And I'm just here to help with the process along the way. So if you are just entering, I don't even like to limit it. Some people may just be entering, but they may still be that ready and willing. So I'm speaking to those who are that ready and willing. If you're not ready to make a radical change, this is not for you. You're still going to work it out. And the thing is, here's the seriousness of it. The turnover, I'm going to call it the great turnover. Because if you don't catch this great turnover, it's almost like when you crank in the engine and it won't crank, and now it's gonna turn over and crank. For those who don't catch these energies, you will be stuck in those old paradigms, those old things that you have tried to get rid of, not even just in this lifetime, but previous lifetimes. Some of you are battling things right now from your past lives, and you're not being successful with it. And it's going to hinder you if you don't make a final decision and a choice to let go of your devices, because it is all in your choice. Nothing is difficult. Everything is choice point. You have to choose to infuse with the light every day, every now moment. So here's what I'm saying though, if you don't turn over, and this is not a doom and gloom, but it is giving you the opportunity to know how to really know thyself and know how serious you are about your existence in this lifetime, about your infinite existence within this finite lifetime that you have chosen to take the opportunity to expand and accelerate in your infinite existence, in your infinite being. This is being more than human. So I'm not talking to human beings right now. I'm talking to humans that are willing to being spiritual, right? There are many hues within the man. I'm talking to those who are in the higher hues of their manness, that are willing and ready to being in their spirituality, to attuning to their spirit's design, their spiritual cosmic design, because we come from the cosmos. We flow through the cosmos and we return into the cosmos. When you pass in flesh, you have nothing left but spirit to answer to. So everything that you're dealing with in life is neither here nor there. It is only symptoms, and it is experiences that we've chosen to have in our unfolding experience to uplift and ascend in your spiritual existence, in your soul spirit, not your soul body. The body works for the soul and the spirit. Your soul is very pivotal. It is your conscious phase of mind. It is your entire being. That is your soul, is your entire mind. Superconscious, conscious, and subconscious. That is your soul. However, you have to choose the superconscious. And in order to infuse with the superconscious, you have to have a harmony with your conscious and your subconscious. And everything that comes through the subconscious presses out into the body. So we have to be willing to render our bodies onto our soul, surrender onto the soul, and surrender the soul onto the spirit. The soul has to choose to remember its spiritual allegiance in order to incline into the divine nature of yourself, releasing the body. Everything that is happening to you in your life, world, and affairs is in the body, and it is not as important as the spirit. It is only an exemplification. It is only the results of what is happening in your soul. You are to identify it and transmute it so you can return onto your spirit, so that you can re-spirit, right? Let me see what it says. So is there a SAR? Sort of speak. So in there, Asar, yes. Oh, I'm glad you're paying attention. So in that Asar, yes, we need to be in our Asar, in our risen Asar, right? Let me know if that's what you meant, but this is what I'm getting. Yes, we need to be in our Asar. And Asar, I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you, Spirit. Asar, if you notice, is our first month in the calendar. Asar is Aries. And so that is our individual self. That is our soul's sovereignty. Remember, that is where our north node is right now. We're being called. All of these things are here to help us energetically. The north node, south node is here to help us. But we need to be getting into our soul's sovereignty, and that is our Asar. Oh, that is what you meant. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder, because that also is important for us to know. Something that is turning over within us in the earth that is helping us be empowered is knowing our Asar, is being risen into our higher self and our soul's sovereignty, the wisdom of the soul of who we are and who we are here to be. Our Asar is our wise ego. That is who we return into when we kill the misappropriated ego. When we get rid of the set that's in our soul, set tripping, right? And the set is the underworld of our ego, of our conscious phase of mind, of our masculine energy. And we do everything in this world through that conscious phase of mind. So it is time for us to unwind, to rewind, and to get into our soul's incline. Inclining onto what? Our spirit. So let this 1111 portal be a doorway that opens multiple doorways, that has you entering into your soul's essence. This is that time. This is a timeline shift. And this is a turning point, because as I've mentioned, we're coming out of a vortex from the 11-1 to 11-11. That is a vortex in itself right now, and we're entering into another vortex from the 10th through the 19th, which is the new beginnings. And they're both new beginnings. We're getting a double vortex of new beginnings back to back. because there was a portal of 11:1 to this portal of 11:11. So that is an entire vortex from portal to portal. That was all about new beginnings, because that's what the one is about. New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings being repeated. This is a binary code. For those of you who understand the binary code of the ones and zeros, this is a binary code that is speaking about the creative activity. That means it is creating, it is processing, it is manifesting the new earth world affairs. So the old is no more. You cannot be in the new earth and still pertaining to and attaining to and maintaining into the old world, meaning the old world of having leaders rule you. If you are in the new earth, then whoever is president should not matter. Whoever is prime minister, lead, whatever of your specific country that you're in, does not matter. That is what we mean by new true perspectives. If you are still dibbling into the affairs of the world, then you are of the world and you have not transcended and you are not ready. I'm being honest with you. You have to let go. And this is just one example. We have to let go of old world affairs because it's neither here nor there in the expansion of 5D consciousness. 5D consciousness does not have rulers because we are self-governing. If you are a soul sovereign, then you are soul governing. You are governing yourself. You govern your own mentals. The only government you need is to govern your own mentals. So you are in the capacity now where you realize and recognize that there is no need for rulership through governmental affairs. And you do not qualify, you do not rectify, you don't care anything about it. That is soul sovereignty. You are here to live in your soul's purpose. So those affairs are neither here nor there. These are the things that are changing in you. Your family traditions, you are willing to let go. These are the new beginnings that you are walking into. Whatever great-great-grandma has kept going on in the family, which includes your generational curses that you don't realize, you're willing to let go of those traditions. You are willing to let go of holidays, aka holy days, because they are not of true time reality and they are used to captivate your minds and your souls. True freedom and liberation is knowing that you are not part of those entities any longer. Those powers have fallen, and therefore you can find your own empowerment. But you have to be able to find the revelations of truth that have been coming up for you. So the things that you have been facing in life, recently especially with people, places, and things and ideas, are coming to gutter it up, are coming to highlight in your life. It is time for this to go. It is time for this to turn over. Now, are you going to keep battling with it? Are you going to keep going back and forth with it? Are you going to keep trying to keep it? Or are you going to release it and step into the new? So if we don't take this opportunity, it is a grave decision. We're on a slippery slope, and we're at a very pivotal time in our life, time of lifetimes. As I said, some of you are here to clear up past life karma trauma, not just in this life. This is an opportunity to get rid of everything that you have picked up in this lifetime, plus other lifetimes. So specifically speaking to people who have their South Node in Capricorn, oh, ho, 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 please check your South Node. If your South Node is in Capricorn, this is a major move for you. This is major, getting you to get rid of past life power. People who have had power over you in past lives. You are here to get rid of that in this now moment. If you miss this boat, then you are stuck again to fight that out in the next lifetime. And Lord knows when you will be able to relieve it. If you can't release it now while the energies are supporting you with Pluto and Capricorn, helping you to dig deep and release it, if you can't do it now with the cosmic help that you're getting right now, you're not going to do it after. I'm being that honest with you. Just imagine that if you can't do it right now while you're getting help, do you really think you're going to do it when the help is gone? When you don't have that cosmic support? Don't kid yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Take the window of opportunity and make the uncomfortable move that needs to be made right now. Forget about your comfort. Forget about your convenience. Forget about what you want and how you want it to look and how you want it to happen with who you want it to happen with. That's over. Get into your soul's sovereignty of knowing thyself, knowing the ins and outs and the ugliness of yourself, and be willing and ready to turn over in your soul to invest in your spirit. This is that time right now. I don't care what anyone else is saying right now. All these spiritual people out there, don't let them lead you astray. Don't fool yourself into thinking you're going to get magical moonbeams dropping into your goodie bag because you went through an 1111 portal and you did an 1111 portal meditation. Don't think you're saved by that. If you do not make the uncomfortable move to get out of the old stinking thinking and the old paradigms that you have been helping to deal with, if you're not ready to make radical changes, then you're doing yourself a disservice and you will not be able to turn over. For those of you who missed this turnover, you will be stuck. And let me say this again, it's not doom and gloom. And it's not that you will never be able to get out of it, but it will be damn near impossible. If you haven't done it already with the help that you've been getting, don't expect to do it when the help has passed, when that ship has sailed. Take the wind in the sail that you're getting right now while the wind is blowing. That's how serious it is. Right? Let me see what you're saying. The 10th house, Cappy. Oh, someone's got Cap in their moon. Oh, Taurus is your rising sun sign. And your moon is in Capricorn. And the moon is your inner world. So there is major shifting in your inner world. Right? And it's Aquarius cusp in the 10th house. So look into Cap. What is it? Cap and Aquarius cusp. So you're on a cusp in your 10th house. So you want to look at how that is affecting your 10th house. Because this is a shift. Being that you're on the cusp, know that this has to do with the shift. This is a cusp. We're on the cusp right now in the current currency of this cosmic flow as we're coming out of Capricorn into Aquarius. So this cusp is really pertaining to your 10th house. Whatever is happening in your 10th house, please pay attention to that. Because that's the shift that's being made, removing old administrations, whatever is in charge of your life, whatever you say is in charge, the powers that you place, these are working on that. And the Cappy moon is your inner world, because that moon is your inner world. So look at how that is also changing for you as well. Your moon sign, if you're doing this correctly, you should be ascending within your moon sign. There are astrological ascensions that are happening. Yes, career. Thank you. Career as well. Get out of old patterns. Old patterns as in when you're saying, okay, get out of what old patterns? The old patterns that no longer serve you. The old patterns and the old stories and the old narratives that we've been telling ourselves throughout our lifetime is no more in this world. Old patterns are like what I said before, believing in government, believing in a president to guide you out of something, to lead you into something. They are neither here nor there. Those are old patterns. Believing in old traditions, those are old patterns. Believing in holidays that they have placed there for you, those too are old patterns. Believing in relationships in the way that you were, believing in any of the illusions that you've been believing in. Money is an illusion, time is an illusion, family is an illusion in the way that you have been thinking about it. So if you have grown up saying everything is my blood, blood over water, you know how everybody said it's all about family, family come first. Those type of pattern, old pattern thinkings, because families are the ones that are going to be doing you in. Your loved ones are going to be the ones that are pulling you down, that are draining you, that are dropping you in the barrel, that are pulling, that are stopping you from moving on. Because think about it. For those of you that have said, oh, I've cut off this and I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that anymore and I'm not around so-and-so anymore. Who are you around? Who are you around? Your family, right? So who is going to have access to pulling you down? Your family, your close friends. And I'm not doing this to turn you enemies against I'm not saying this to turn you against your family, but to keep you on a level of awareness to break out of that pattern where you think it's all about family. It is not. Family are your co-workers. And this, I'm going to share with you, this is something I came into. Families are your co-workers in life. I had to come into this in 2021 is when that realization hit me. I had to shed tears and cry and release certain family members that are still alive, but I had to cry as if I was going to their funeral, because the relationship that I knew of with them is no more. That relationship, according to how you knew it in your perspective, is dead and gone. And you have to be willing to release that. Have the grief. I went through my grief. I did my mourning and I went through my grief. And this is over people who are still living. But it's that serious when you realize that it's not what you think. And so the best way for me to get through that, my true new perspective, was realizing that my family members are my co-workers in my life, in my soul life, in my soul work. Because in my spirit, I chose to come through that lineage to gain the lessons that I needed to gain, but nothing more. Nothing more, nothing less. So don't get caught up on the human physicality of, oh, this is my mom, my dad, my brother. I gotta love them like this. I gotta have this type of, you don't gotta do nothing. You're here to learn through them. And some of you are here to break certain things within the bloodline. DNA activation means you are here to break certain codes and misappropriations in the bloodline, which means they're not gonna like you anymore. That's why you and your family members are not getting along, for those of you who are doing the work. Because the more you do the work, the more your light lights up codes in their blood. Their blood is boiling because you are doing the work, and they don't like it. Some of them don't like you and they don't even know why they don't like you. Some of them don't like you and don't know that they don't like you because they think that they love you. But they don't know your light, but they feel your light. This is the truths that we're coming into. And these are things that I will go deeply into for those who choose to contact me and do the work. Because I'm going to do the work. I am going to do the work with those who choose to do the work. Like Yeshua said, who is my mother? Who is my father? I don't know you. I am here to do the work with those who are here to do the work of the Father's will with me. And I'm going to say it like this: of the Mother Father's will, of the universal will, of the divine will. Those who are willing to tap into their divinity. That's who I'm doing the work with. And that's who I'm offering this to. So if this is for you, if this is something and you know you are ready to move into your infinite existence, as we are in a universal year of 8, this is one of the most major portals since the 888 portal that is out opening and getting rid of the old patterns that we no longer need. Release the old thinking, yes, as it is over. Yep. Overthinking. We got to release that. Release all of that. The wild donkey. Okay. Shh, keep it down. Now I got my children running around. Yes, that rambunctious monkey mind. That's what Set is. Set is that underworld. We need to get rid of that because we set tripping. You know how people like, we use language and we don't realize, stop the noise. We don't realize how true that language is. You know how people that say, oh, you set tripping up in here. Yeah, we set tripping. This whole world is set tripping because we are under set and we have not gotten to our Asar. We have not allowed our Heru, our hero, our Heru, to kill to kill the set so that we can step into our Asar. And this is what we were doing around the 888 portal. This was the Heru. This was the hour of Heru in our soul to fight the good fight and get rid of the set tripping thoughts and the set tripping feelings. Kill set. That is the only way. Those misappropriated thoughts and feelings are intertwined with old patterns. Some of you can't get rid of things because of familiarity. Even though you know it's not good for you, it feels familiar. And what is familiar feels comfortable. I know it's insane. It's insanity. But that's what a lot of spiritual people are doing. And so therefore, you're not having a true transformation. You are reforming it. Just like the reformation of slavery. Slavery never went away. It was just reformed. Some of you are not doing away with the things you need to do away with. You are just reforming. And that is the dangers of not getting rid of what we need to get rid of with Neptune in Pisces. This is something, again, that we are not going to see in our lifetimes. We're not going to see in our lifetimes, again, the shift of Pluto from Capricorn into Aquarius. And we're not going to see, again, in our lifetime, the shift of Neptune from Pisces to Aries. And Aries is the end of the cycle. Sorry, Pisces is the end of the cycle. So this one is a major one that is helping us to get rid of illusions. A lot of us are stuck to some things because of the illusions that we have picked up in our lifetime. Illusions that we're carrying from past lifetime into this lifetime. And we are being given the opportunity to release all of that. This, again, is what was happening with the 888 gateway, which was the halls of Amenti. And the halls of Amenti is walking through the halls, these mirrors that pop up, that highlight this is no more. That highlights to you that there is an illusion here. It's like walking through the fun house with all those mirrors for you to recognize yourself, for you to kill the flesh that is intertwined with the illusions. That's what the halls of Amenti was in 888. Because it lines up with the cosmos. It lines up with Jehudi that placed that there. For those of you who remember, you may have, I'm not going to go too deep into that. You may have to go back and watch that video that I did when we were working on the 888 portal. Right? Read that as kids were running. Oh, as kids were running around. Yep, rambunctious. Nothing is a fluke. You see, you're picking up the signs, Tyrone. I know you here. I know you here. As there's nothing is a coincidence. As we were speaking about rambunctious energy, you could hear the kids running through the house. And that's what it's like in our soul. We're allowing the demons in our soul to run amok. Not calling my kids a demon, but sometimes they be demoning too. But demons are just those unhealed wounds. Yes, Tahuti speaks. The messenger speaks. I speak with that spirit of Tahuti. The messenger. That was the only thing. Tahuti was the only one that could help Heru win that battle to slew Set. We need to go to the messenger. Tahuti has all of the messages because Tahuti is the recorder. Tahuti is the recorder. The Akashic Records records everything. That's Tahuti, y'all. Or Jehudi, however you pronounce it. But this is what we're being called into right now with the portals opening up. This is a pivotal moment, the 1111 portal, from vortex to vortex, from new beginnings to new beginnings into true beginnings of a true timeline in our cosmic design. There's no accident. Neither of us are here by accident. These are the portals of our soul. Portals, pores within our soul. And so this is a definitely a pivotal time changing point. And I'm going to reiterate that I will be doing the 7 days. For those who are, you have to DM me. Now I'm saying DM, I forget what platform I'm on. And I'm speaking to, as I say that, I'm speaking to those who have platforms. Those of you who may come across this, and if you have a platform, whether big or small, mine is one of the smaller ones, but whether big or small, you have a duty. I'm going to put this on, yes, you have a duty to call together your community, in your community, to be a guiding light, to help guide through this vortex, to help guide through this last opportunity. This is the last full moon transmutation that you have the opportunity to utilize the reflection of the full moon to be able to help you transmute through these energies. I'm talking about energy centers. I'm talking about celestial bodies. I'm talking about utilizing all the energies. This is your last opportunity to utilize that before Pluto shifts. So those of you who have a platform, you have a duty and a responsibility to host something or facilitate something that is going to help guide those true ones through this experience to actually turn over in the best possible light that they can. And so this is what I offer for those who are on this platform. For those who are true and ready and willing, you can email me in the, I will put it in the link. If I don't get to, I'm going to give it to you right now, because sometimes I don't get back to it, especially with doing these lives. It's not like when I leave a video and I go back and put it in the details. I'm not that, y'all know I'm not that tech savvy, and I haven't quite grasped that yet. It's probably not hard, but I haven't grasped it yet. So I'm going to give it to you now. Divine Energy Studio at gmail.com. Divine, DIVINE, Energy, ENERGY, Studio, STUDIO, at gmail.com. Email me and I will send you the coordinates for those who will be meeting with us. I will send you the link, which will most likely be on a Zoom, and we will be able to transit and transmute through this together. I will give you the tools. I will give you the downloads fresh as I get them, whatever needs to be given, because sometimes the downloads I get are not for the broad range, and sometimes there are specific instructions that are given to that specific group of people. So you will be getting even further downloads as I ask the beings around me, the celestials, the galactic family, all that are surrounding me right now with the information that I'm even able to give you because of what I know that is transpiring right now. Also with the solar flares that is coming through, there's a lot of light energy and information that is coming through, right? Jehudi speaks to those who that listen, yes, to those who have the ears that hear. And I mean all the ears, all of your insight, all of your sensations, those who have those ears to hear, that's who I'm speaking to and through. Is that shift of Uranus and Pisces moving simultaneously Uh-oh, it moved. Okay. During this transit of Pluto out of Capricorn. Not simultaneously, but they're all in the, it's like boom, boom, boom. They're all right behind each other. It's it's not simultaneously with Pluto in Capricorn because that's about to happen right now on the 19th. That window will be closing and it's not coming back into Capricorn. This is the final hoorah and it's moving forward. And so Uranus is not in Pisces. Uranus is actually in Taurus. It's Neptune that's in Pisces. So these outer planets are all on the major cusp. On the analytical degrees. There you go. They're all in the final degrees of the sign. So Pluto at 29 degrees is going to be moving into 0 degrees of Aquarius. Pisces is, I believe it is at 27 or 28 degrees of, um, not Pisces, sorry, Neptune. Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is at about 27 or 28 degrees in Pisces. Remember, they move at different rates. And so Neptune will be moving finally into Aries. It will be moving into that, I believe, next year. Is it this year? 2025? Either 2025 or 2026. But by 2026, you're going to definitely see that shifting out. 2025 is definitely another pivotal year. It's going to be a universal year of 9. So spiritual completion. So there's this grand finale of things that are happening. Um, Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus at about 27 to 28 degrees as well. Probably closer to 29 degrees now. Uranus is going to be moving into Gemini around next year. They're all in the final degrees. So those two outer planets are going to be moving by between next year, between 2025 and 2026. Because remember, when they retrograde, they go back a little bit. That's what was happening with Pluto. Pluto first went into Aquarius in March of 2023. So it dipped its toe in, and then it dipped back again. When it goes retrograde, it goes back and forth while it's on the cusp. And so now it's going to move forward, and it's going to move forward in a way that even when it retrogrades, it's not going to come back into Capricorn. So it's not simultaneously happening, but depending on how you look at timing, it's kind of all happening at the same time. Like, it depends on how you look at divine timing. The outer planets are all turning over right now. So these are major moves. And Pluto is about revolutionary, not revolutionary, revelation. There you go. It's about deep, profound revelations that brings out the ugly truth. So that's why a lot of the uglies are coming up right now. A lot of the uglies of uglies are coming up because we got to see our ugly to know our own ugly, to admit to our ugly so that we can transcend the ugly into beauty. It's not going to magically become beautiful without recognition. We must recognize and re-know ourselves. And so that's what that's doing with it. And right now, and Pluto rules Scorpio. And Scorpio is also about that deep diving, deep into deep feelings. So Pluto is really digging that up right now while we're in Scorpio, while we're in the Sekhmet month and in the Scorpio season. It's doing that change right now. So we're getting in this last stretch, it's digging us up real deep right now. Some of us are really getting our feelings hurt right now because of how deep the revelation is. And it maybe not. It depends on how much resistance you have. It depends on how much you're willing to accept the revelations that you've been getting since March of 2023, right? As it went forward. But don't get it twisted. It's been getting kicked up since 2008 when Pluto entered Capricorn. But some of us weren't paying attention. But as it gets to the final degrees, the dust gets kicked up some more and some more. And so especially when it now switches and it taps into Aquarius, we really feel that shift. We feel that tug. we feel that pull, and it's like somebody yoked your chain. Like, get over here, get out of that mess. What have I been telling you? It's like the energies are like getting on us. What have I told you? What have I been showing you? Get over here. Right? It's like that Mortal Kombat game. Get over here. Snatch your soul. Get over here. Right? Some people so busy wanting to be snatched in they waist in beauty. You need to be snatched in your soul. You need to walk around and say, I'm snatched. I'm snatched in my soul. And that's the awakening that we're needing and we're walking into. Right? Rising, rising. Um, yes, very excited. We in some very exciting times. I'm glad you could see that. Very exciting. Um, got it. Neptune is scheduled to enter Aries. Yep, on March 30th, 20. Oh, okay, you got it. Thank you. See, you got the date from me. I didn't have the exact date, but I know it was in 2025. So Neptune is scheduled to enter Aries on March 30th. Thank you for sharing that. Marking the beginning of a new astrological cycle. Yes, that is a true new beginning. And here's the dangers, you all. If you do not turn over and get rid of your illusions, then you're going to reform with it when it turns into Aries. If you didn't truly get rid of it, some people are going to believe they did, but they didn't. Right? So, meaning you're going to be fooled. And you're going to be reformed, but not transformed by the renewing of your mind in your true soul. So, and there is danger in that. Some people may say ignorance is bliss and be like, oh, well, as long as it feels new, I'm good. But it is not good for your soul. It is death and destruction to your soul. And it doesn't give you the opportunity to truly ascend, which is what you came here to do. So you do your spirit a disservice. It is a soul death. It is a devolution, and it is not a true evolution. So please note, if you don't take this time to get rid of all illusions, and this is what Pluto is helping you to do right now as Pluto shifts out of Capricorn, it's asking you to remove the old thinking and the patterns that you've had, the old beliefs that you've had in the structures, in the old structures, in the old world. And it's like they're helping each other. Right? Pluto in Capricorn is helping you to remove the illusions that are in Neptune. And Neptune in Pisces is helping you to remove the illusions so that you can stop believing in the narrative of the old paradigms with Pluto in Capricorn, with the old administration. Right? It's time to do away with all of that belief. And so this is why it was really important in the 888 halls of Amenti to utilize at that time where Neptune was, because I believe at that time it was at 29 degrees, and it was to utilize that illusion to walk through the halls of Amenti and get rid of those illusions to help you get rid of the old administration with Pluto in Capricorn. So that was to help you get rid of that. And see, this is why it's important that we utilize those energies when they're afforded to us. Because then right now, for those who didn't capitalize on it back then, right now it's even harder. It's harder for you to grasp and see and break through because you didn't utilize the opportunity of walking through the halls of Amenti to breaking some real hardcore illusions in your soul. In whatever way that you have illusions, your false beliefs in relationships, your false beliefs in the material world, your false beliefs in government, all of that. You had an opportunity to get rid of all of that. And now it's harder because you didn't utilize it then. For those who did, it's not so hard. They can swiftly move through these energies because you've utilized them. And so that helped you get rid of the Pluto, so that the Pluto in Capricorn, it's easier for you to break those because you broke the illusion. So now, if you also utilize this time to turn over and break those old patterns of Pluto and Capricorn, then that too is also going to help you continue to break the illusions that you may still be holding with Neptune in Pisces. Right? So it's there an interplay. They work hand in hand. And this is the word I've been getting: hand in hand energies, energies that are one hand washes the other. And this is why, for those who do tap in and choose to join what I'm offering for this full moon transmutation, it is going to be a theme of hand in hand, energy centers that are working hand in hand, celestial energies that are working hand in hand, that is going to help us pull ourselves out of the old patterns. But you have to be that serious. And I'm not babysitting anyone. So anyone that is ready, you have to truly be ready. And I'm not going to downplay anything. I'm not sugarcoating anything. It's going to be real, raw truth, because we don't have that kind of time to play. This is not that time, right? There is, oddly, one more time, it will make a brief visit in Capricorn. I just learned. This is supposed to be the last time, but if you know, let me know, because we've been dipping back and forth in Capricorn. This was actually the third dip back in Capricorn. And so this is now just onward, forward. And this comes from all types of astrological forecasts. But I'll look deeper into it. But in all the astrological forecasts, they're all saying the same thing. This will now be moving into Aquarius, and it's going to be in Aquarius for the next 20 years before it makes another shift. So I'll look into it and see. I doubt if there's going to be another dip back into Capricorn, but I'll look into it and see, because you never know. Sometimes people are off, but every astrological forecast, and you can check it out for yourself, they are all seeing the same thing, that this will be the last hoorah. And once it moves into Aquarius, that's it. You know, may be wrong, but she's renowned astrologer. Oh, Heather, yes. Oh, she's one of my forecasters. I love Heather. Heather and Molly. I'm going to check it out and see for myself. I'm going to look into it and see, and I'll come back and let you all know, because I'm going to do another video going more and speaking more about the Pluto in Capricorn. I feel like I did so much of it right now. I was really supposed to go more into the 1111 portal and the download, and I really want to share that with you for what to have for the 1111 portal. So I'm going to read that to you now and save the rest for later, because I was just going where spirit took it. And there's so much that this Pluto in Capricorn is highlighting, right? So let me share with you the what I got for that, and then we'll go from there. I'll double check that, and I'll see what Heather is saying too, but I have to also look at the chart itself and see what the future, at least I'm going to look at the next 2 years of the charts and see what comes up, and I'll let you know. So this is for the 1111 portal reading. So this is a time to turn over. This is us walking through the spiritual doorways, the 11 and the 11, the 1 and the 1, which is also a 2-2, because 11 is a code number of 2. So this is also a 2-2 portal, which has to do with harmonizing dualities, right? Where the 1 and the 1 is also a harmony of duality. So this 1111 portal is a supernatural hotspot and a window of opportunity that supports the turnover at a major turning point within energetic expansion. Ones are finding the will to return, meaning to turn again, to return in their spirit and overturn the divisive devices that hold them in the derision of division of the fragments in their souls. Let me say that again. Ones are finding the will to return into their spirit and overturn the divisive devices that hold them in the derision of division of the fragments of their soul. And I was even shown to write division as division. Division. So there's a divisioning, meaning of our vision. There's something that is divisioning us. We're held in the divisioning of our soul, right? So is the 1212 portal. Yes, the 1212 portal, which is coming up next month. as well. So the 1212 portal is a 3-3. The code number is 3, so it's also a 3-3 portal, which is creative completion. But I'm gonna get into that. I know I got stuff for that. So let me stick to this one. So the fragments. Oh, I was told to write division because a lot of us are divisioned, right? So we're held in the things that have divisioned us, and we need to decalcify, clear our third eye so that we are envisioned rather divisioned. Division causes division of the soul, which is why many of us are fragmented in our soul, right? So this is the it is time for the active participation of soul integration within the soul. For those who are fragmented, we need our soul integration. This is the active and forward movement, all caps on the word move. Forward movement for those willing and ready light warriors to take the next major step in the quantum leap shift in their timeline towards and into the true timeline, time reality of the 5D New Earth expansion within their own soul in order to contribute to the collective soul expansion of the earth. Remember, the earth is its own soul, but we have our own soul expansion that is happening. So this is that time where we are quantum leaping and shifting our timeline towards and into that true timeline reality of 5D, right? To explain that. And this is an expansion of our own soul that will also ultimately help the collective soul expansion of the earth. This is a major shift that resounds and echoes the earthquaking energetic shake from the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction as well as the Mars-Uranus conjunction, both in Taurus, as we approach the upcoming full moon in Taurus. So this is earth signs. These are the earth. This was the grand trine that we were talking about that happened around the new moon. There were 2 grand trines, the earth and the waters. And that's because the moon was in Virgo at that time. So there was a grand trine of earth, right? And there's the grand trine of waters as well, with the bodies that were in the waters. So both were in Taurus as we approach this upcoming full moon in Taurus. So this is a major thing. Ones are being called to make major life-changing shifts in their perspectives of what and how they value things, persons, and ideas, the material in this earth. We are in earth. We are in the earth elements. Pluto in an earth element, Uranus in an earth element, and Uranus is the revolutionary change. It is asking for the change. It is in Taurus that is really activating the change. So we're being called for major life changes and changing our perspective, and it's echoing what has happened in those conjunctions. It's also echoing when our north node and south node was in Taurus and Scorpio before where it is now. You're getting that opportunity to do what you did not do, especially for those of you who weren't aware of it, right? And did not have the opportunity to work those energies of North Node, South Node in Taurus and Scorpio. You're getting that opportunity now with this full moon in Taurus that is echoing the Taurus and Scorpio axis of letting go and changing your perspectives of how you see things in the earth. So it is helping you to see those illusions, to shake the very foundations of how you believed in things, right? The foundations are being shook out of place to displace old structures and replace with the new true life. This is what is happening. Right? So, this is the downloads. We're welcome, first of all, to the thank you. We're welcome. And the book is the Book of Life within. These are the downloads that I get when I'm in meditation. A lot of times people ask me, like, where did you get that? Where did you get that book? These are the downloads that I get specifically from my soul guides, from my galactic family, all of that. All of the is interactive from my higher dimensional self, from my ancient self, the ancient one that is in my blood when I activate my DNA. There, and this is all from just doing the soul work. The more you activate, the more you do your soul ascension, is the more that you tap into this Akashic records and you open the book of life within you. We all have it. It's just that I've been very active in working on it very consistently and committedly, specifically since 2020. That's when I've been doing my hardcore soul work. I've always been spiritual, but for me, 2020 was the switch. I got my 2020 vision. I don't know about anybody else, but I got my 2020 vision and woke the hell up and got the hell up out of that bed. Pick up thy bed and walk. And I've been walking with mine. And I've been working it. So this is what I share in the workshops. Everyone can do it. You just have to tap in. You have the keys within you. So when I do soul work, when I do the workshops, every time I do a workshop quarterly, it is to help you tap into your soul. It's to help you tap into your subconscious. It is to help you find your keys. I'm not giving you the key. I'm just helping you find the key within yourself so you can unlock the soul codes within your subconscious mind, which is intuition, and it's going to give you all the information you need. And but you have to be intentional. So that's the book that I'm reading. Like, I can show you right now. Excuse my crappy handwriting, but it's my book of life. Like, literally, I get up, I write the date, I write whatever comes up, and then I just fill up the book with, I transcribe. That's basically what I am. I'm pretty much a transcriber of the words from this lifetime and past lifetimes. It interlocks. And so I just share that with you. So maybe I need to put my book on sale. I just need to give the downloads and write it down. People have told me that I need to put it in a book and sell it, because there's a lot. There's so much that I don't even give here. Like, I have notebooks upon notebooks since 2020. A lot of these filled with just information, right? So, and I've started sharing since 2022. And that's what I've been doing here, and actively calling ones in since last year. Get in where you fit in, because I'll share it all with you, and I'll teach you how to open your own and start writing your own book and transcribing your own downloads. Maybe I should do a workshop on that, but for now I just do workshops with the energies. And this is a particular one that I'm talking about now. So if you're ready to turn over, this one is an impromptu workshop that I was not going to offer had Spirit not told me to. So, was there any more? Yes, there was a little bit more, so I'm going to give you that little bit. This portal is a precursor to the death to rebirth transformation through the revelations of Pluto's shift in Capricorn to Aquarius on the 19th, which is what we've been talking about. From here to the 19th is a countdown of 9 days as a spiritual completion. That's what 9 represents. It's a countdown of 9 days within the 10 days of New Beginnings vortex from the 10th to the 19th. So that I said earlier, we're in that vortex from the 10th to the 19th. And this is that countdown from today. It's a countdown of 9 days within that 10-day vortex. So this portal is definitely a turning point within this shift and countdown for the closing of this energetic window of opportunity that supports the changes that need to be made in order to recourse and change the soul's destiny to be in alignment with the Spirit's divine plan. This is a recourse. This is our spiritual call within our soul. That is a recourse. It was recoursing our soul's destiny. This is the opportunity to walk out of the sea of forgetfulness as a forgotten soul, to be a part of the remembering in the sea of cosmic consciousness. Time to turn over. Time to turn over that engine. And the engine, usually the engine of a car, if you look at it, the car represents our body. The car, like our body is the vehicle of our soul. So if you look at it that way, the engine is like the brain and the battery is like the heart. It's time to turn over that engine. It's time to turn over your brain. The things that you are logically thinking about, the things that you are, overthinking and holding on to in the misappropriations of your ego, of the conscious phase of mind, the brain. It's time to turn that over into the heart. You need to jumpstart your battery, jumpstart your heart. Everything starts in the heart. So open your heart to be receptive and jumpstart that battery to regain true connectivity, to have a coherency between the heart and the brain. But we have to let go of that brain, right? The key is the chi. I like that. The key is the chi. I'm going to start saying that too. Beautiful. We're welcome. Beautiful. So you are the key. That means you are the chi. And chi is energy. And we are all energy. Light bodies. We are all information. Which reminds me that the sun, we're supposed to be getting solar flares right now, so please get in the sun. Appropriate the sun, because the sun is giving off energy from our galactic center. Remember, the sun is our server. We're getting energy hit ups from the head office, from Mama Universe, which is our galactic center. And that is dropping in and it's coming through our server, the sun, that holds the charges of the masculine, feminine energies, the receptive, creative energies, the plus and the minus. That is our main battery. And we are now to connect our cables, our wires. We're conduits of this light, and it's for us to connect it to the sun. Put your, when you're doing the battery, put your minus with the minus and put your plus with the plus. Connect and get that jump start. Clear. And open your capacity to explore, right? There is more, but I think I could give this in another, let me see. Spirit, how you want me to give it? There's something about this universal year of 8. I'm a close out with this. This is something I got in my meditation as well. There's something about this universal year of 8. See, I'm putting words together. Year 8. 8 represents repetition over and over and over again. And 9 represents the spiritual completion. So that would be when we get to that point of balance. I think I'm gonna go deeper into this in another. I just want to give this to you as it came fresh to me today, that there is a purpose for this repetition year, this repeat and repeat and repeat. Some of us have been seeing some things over and over and over again, dealing with it over and getting tired of it. And so the message that I got is that we're not to get weary of those things. 7 comes before the 8, and we were in a universal year 7 where all the manifestations were coming through and true. It's a creative process. It is a return to completion. Every return to completion is a manifestation, and that is 7. That is what that return to completion is. Now, once you have that return to completion, there is a repetition of it. You have to repeat it over and over and over again until you get to that completion, that 9. So you have the 7 and you have to repeat it in the 8 to get to the 9, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna just give you that little share, and I'll probably do a different video going deeper into it later. So in this meditation, I was shown that we are not to get weary. We are not to get weary with the repetition of things and situations in the universal year of 8, as we are to repeat and honor the repetition, as it is what moves us closer and closer to our point of balance within restored perfection, which is the 9 as our spiritual completion. This is the 8 to the 9 in our soul's incline. what I'm explaining to you right now. 8 to the 9 in our souls incline. We are to actively participate and work the 7 of manifestation as the return of completion through the creative process every time, all caps, every time, in, through, and with everything, all caps, everything, over and over and over again, with all due respect to the repetition of this process of manifestation. So respect the process. Don't get weary. Know that this repetition is here to bring you closer and closer to the restored perfection. We can't get to a spiritual completion if we don't have the fullness of the understanding and gain infinite access through the infinite repetition. Infinity means over and over and over again. So respect your infinite existence. Respect the infinite process of creative process over and over again. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It has to be repeated until it is fully in its fullness to be birthed into its trueness. And I'm going to leave it at that. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ooh, I see 666. 6 people, 6 likes. That means receptive completion. 6 is the receptive completion and the second major portal in the 369. Second major dimensional portal. So thank you for that 6-6, because all of this is about receptivity. So please get into your receptivity. And remember, I'm letting you all know now, this is an invitation to those who are truly ready for the next level. And I will open up this impromptu workshop to those who are truly ready and willing light warriors. And you can find me in my email, divineenergystudio@gmail.com. Just email me and let me know that you are ready and willing light warrior that is ready to do the hand-in-hand workshop, full moon transmutation. However you want to word it. Just let me know that you're ready, and I will email you and I will give you the coordinates, and we will begin all of that tomorrow. I will give you the information that you even need to begin that, and we will start tomorrow. So this is what I have for you. This is what I share with you. To those who have ears to hear, to those who are ready and willing and ready to turn over, let's crank that ignition and get it started. The key is the chi. Thank you for that so much. Ezra, peace, love, and light to you all. Each one, reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start in your big, beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out and be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light. Ashe, ashe.